Consider supporting Sonicguru Productions on Patreon for just $1 a month, link below in the description. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blue Blur. I'm Sonicguru, and we're going to ask a simple question. How ninja is Espio? Ninjas are awesome, there's no doubt about that. Though recent media have painted them to be psychotic hitmen who can slash off every limb of their enemies in an attempt to reenact the Black Knight scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail, all to be dressed in bright orange, pine for a pink-haired teammate, and repeat the same two words across a few hundred episodes. I kid really. Despite the comedic nature of early Naruto, the series did in fact utilize what ninjas actually did, as well as use many names and terms. Before I go on, I have to say that most of his information comes from Gaijin Goomba and his Witch Ninja series. Definitely check him out if you're interested in Japanese culture and real authentic ninjas. Anyway, out of all the characters to return in the new adventure era of Sonic, the Chaotix were the most unexpected. As the Chaotix Detective Agency, we saw the return of Vector the Crocodile, Charmy Bee, and Espio the Chameleon in Sonic Heroes for Nintendo GameCube and for the first time on Sony's PlayStation 2 and Microsoft Xbox. Like with the classic cast before them, the Chaotix saw major design changes to incorporate them into the new era of Sonic. From their original incarnations, the Chaotix personalities have changed. Vector is the karma collector, and Charmy is the hyper bee he is, but Espio had a sudden change in character. While still being a detective, the most qualified compared to Vector, Espio's personality and skills are a major departure to what he was in Knuckles Chaotix. In the 32X game, he's described as being a hot-headed individual who Charmy, yes Charmy, has to keep level-headed. In the game's story, Espio arrived on a mysterious island to investigate his son's appearance on the maps, where he was almost captured by Eggman and Metal Sonic before being saved by Knuckles. In the Sonic Heroes manual, he is described to be quite opinionated and self-obsessed, but also laid back and quiet. Between games, he has gone through militaristic discipline and extensive ninja training, but his civil attitude diminishes when confronting Eggman, making serious or sometimes dark threats against Eggman's life. As for his abilities, in both games he can stick to walls indefinitely, but in Heroes we see more of his ninja techniques, such as his natural ability to camouflage and use of deadly shurikens. In the next game, Shadow the Hedgehog, we see that Espio does not have a knack for technology, and gaining information from computers is a bit tricky for him. Until Shadow and Charmy demonstrate the classic way of fixing electronics, hitting it. In the pre-Super Genesis Wave continuity of the Archie Sonic comics, that's a mouthful to say, they expanded Espio's new ninja skills into his backstory. Being the heir to the Shinobi clan, son of the Bride of Constant Vigil, Espio's mission was to scout and keep a careful watch over Knuckles and his duty as guardian of the Master Emerald and report back. Unfortunately, he got involved and became friends with Knuckles and a part of the Chaotix. This lifelong lie was faltered when the Iron Queen united the four families, forcing Espio to abandon his position in the Freedom Fighters and return to his clan. It's not until Sonic, Sally, Tails, and Monkey Khan journey to the east to sever their ties with the Iron Dominion that Espio reveals himself to the group and what secrets he knows about them to gain back their trust. From the look on her face, I'm sure it's someone no one should ever know. Even after the ties were severed and Espio was permitted to return to his post on Angel Island with full reign to do as he pleases, he still held secrets from his comrades, such as the revelation that Mighty's sister Matilda is alive. This is all very well and all, but now we ask the question, how much of a ninja is Espio? Between the games and the comics, Espio's ninja history differs greatly from being raised as a ninja to training as one. Nevertheless, Espio's main skill as a ninja is intelligence gathering. Again, not specifically from computers, but this is what ninjas were known for. Ninja, or shinobi as they were called, played many roles during the Sengoku era, including spy, kancho, and scout, Teisatsu. During the Edo period, the Oniwaban were a group of Onimitsu government-employed undercover agents. Onimitsu, meaning spy or undercover detective, acted as secret agents in security and espionage functions, mainly intelligence and information gathering. Obtaining sensitive info such as passwords and communiques gave the ninja of those who hired them an advantage over their enemies. Espionage is a huge role for the shinobi and is what Espio is fully capable of. Of course he is, his name is literally the first half of that word. He is able to observe in plain sight, and thanks to his natural ability to camouflage and stick to walls and ceilings, he can complete his missions with ease. Then there are the tools at Espio's disposal. Shuriken and kunai are the staple of a ninja's identity, though for the wrong reasons. Contrary to popular belief, Shuriken were not primarily intended as killing weapons, but rather in a secondary role as a nuisance or distraction, whereas kunai were actual tools used for digging and prying locks, not the deadly one-hit kill throwing dagger is come to be known. But for a chameleon, he has two personal tools to use in the aid of his mission: distract enemies, or in dire cases, incapacitate them. He has a long tongue that can stretch out to the length of his body. This can easily grab documents or trip his pursuers. The other is his horn. Though brightly coloured, this horn can be used in self-defense, like with the Jackson chameleons, whose horns were used when territory is threatened. Finally, there is his attire. While not garbed into traditional dark colours to blend with their surroundings, his gloves and shoes are similar as to what were typically worn by ninja. Unlike the samurai who wore large pieces of armour to battle, ninja wore lightweight concealable types of armour made with kusari, and small armour plates such as karuta. Espio's arm guards are similar to what ninjas use. Though it has no spikes or hooks, they can protect oneself from oncoming attacks. Ace shoes, on the other hand, may not be the typical jigatabi. Both them and Espio's footwear use the same rubber soles. This gives the wearers tactile contact with the ground, and the parallel gripping ability lets them use their feet more nimbly than the rigid sole shoes allow. So, for all intents and purposes, Espio is in fact a ninja. True, he has not assassinated anyone, that we know of, but he could have easily sabotaged Eggman's facilities in the aid of the freedom fighters and the resistance. To push this point further with the connection between Espio and Japanese ninja, he is seen in Sonic Heroes playing their shamisen, a Japanese stringed instrument that disguised ninja would play in public to ward off any suspicion, typically as street entertainers or saragogushi. So in conclusion, Espio is a ninja, and that makes him one of the coolest and interesting characters in the Sonic universe. So what do you think? Is Espio a true ninja? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Blue Blur, thanks for watching. If you want to see more, check the description or click on the adaptation for more videos. If you want to see future videos, be sure to like, share and subscribe to Sonicguru Productions. You can also support this channel over on Patreon. Thanks again everyone, I've been Sonicguru, and I'll see you next time.